Still had it wrong last week. Zoomed out too far.
Good thing you can crop it. Good thing you can crop it.
Good thing we didn't crop it.
Yep.
Thursday Thunder. October the 21st.
Yep.
2021.
Yeah. Ominous.
Why is that?
11/21/2021. I don't know.
Oh.
If you're superstitious and into numerology, there's some meaning behind that probably. And it's also 11/11, even spookier.
Check out the new handles.
I know, these are pretty cool.
This is the first time I've seen these. So I ordered these actually online after seeing a video, a story from Pat Dixon. Pat's a good friend of ours from rural Victoria. Ballarat?
Ballarat, yep.
Yeah, he's got a Spartan's gym.
Yep.
And he said that when he was in America, he was at a gym and he used these pretty cool tricep handles and rope attachments, etc. And it took him a while to find them, and he finally found out who they are.
Yep.
Dynamic.
Dynamic. Dynamic, yeah.
Dynamic.
There you go.
Dynamic Sports. So I looked them up and I found these handles. Now these are a ergonomic handle. So this is your tricep push down.
Yep.
And I haven't had a chance to play with these, but you've had.
I have.
And they fit into the hand really well.
Yeah, and that's what's good about them, because obviously the thinner V-bars, they sort of do dig into your palm. They can hit that little nerve that sort of makes you feel like you're dead hands. This was like amazingly comfortable in the palm, just because you didn't have to grip overly hard. It just sat in your hand really comfortably. Same with this one here, the tricep rope with the pulley.
So self-centering automatically, very smooth.
Yeah.
But you'd be able to use that for obviously tricep like a rope push down.
Yeah, pull downs, face pulls, rows, everything.
Extensions, etc. Yeah. And then we've got two little individual handles, which can be used for like tricep kickback type movements, one arm tricep push down. I think you can even use these as a
like a hammer curl,
etc. So keen to try these on the next workout. So big shout out to Pat from Spartan Sport who put them on. I was actually watching the story, and as he's talking about it, I'm Googling it and I found it and I was ordering it.
Yeah. Just the sucker for new things.
Yeah.
Same with myself.
Yeah. So always keen to try new things. So I think these will be a pretty cool addition to the gym.
Yeah, really cool. There we go.
Excellent. What's been happening?
Not a lot. It's now nearly 2 weeks without a caffeine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Today's gonna be the first day I'm gonna have a little bit. I'm gonna have half a serve of the Warfare Ripped.
Yeah, here comes the downfall.
No downfall. I'm gonna be calm and like sensible with it. Like I said, I'm gonna have the one scoop or the 2 scoop serve, and start from there.
Yep.
And just probably stick to maybe once or twice every couple of days. Just I don't want to let myself go down to that route again, because it feels good now. It feels really good.
I must admit, I haven't used a high steam pre-workout for a long time either. And I only generally have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, but I will have a serve of Metabolized. Only 1 scoop in the morning when I go for my walk. I find that's really good. And I've even tried to cut down on all the amino energies and the 5 active.
That's the hardest part. That was my crux.
Yeah, because if I was thirsty or if I had lunch, I'd just go to the fridge automatically and grab one of these.
Because it's sweet. It hits the satiety, and then you don't even realize it, because 100 milligrams isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, especially when you got 300 milligrams of pure caffeine in a scoop form. So this was also a good way to just reset the central nervous system, maybe increase my sensitivity a little bit more to caffeine. So if I do have a pre-workout, I might feel that energy a little bit more.
I've been basically just using the mushroom compound, nootropics, before training. So either Magic Mushies or the Switch, coffee Switch. I find they've been enough to get me through a workout.
Yeah, I've been using the Thermo shrooms just throughout the day if I need like a little bit of a pick-me-up.
That's 30 Lives Thermo
30 Lives Thermo shrooms,
so
no caffeine.
There's a number of these sorts of products that you can utilize that still give you an energy feeling.
Yes.
Without stressing the adrenals.
Yes.
Yeah, we spoke about that last week. Yeah, so if you're having trouble sleeping, interrupted sleep, maybe look at your stimulant intake. I think these days we tend to, especially if we're training, you tend to use a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of like energy drinks and a lot of things like that if you're on the go. But maybe have a look and maybe switch to some of these mushroom compounds. I think they're just as good.
Yeah.
I think.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got new? All right. First up, Gen-Tec Thermo Fuel. Finally, after how long has it been since? It must be a year. I reckon it was this time last year.
Yeah.
Just before Christmas, at the last batch of the liquid Thermo Fuel. So, and Nick said, yeah, we'll have it out in the new year. It came out last week.
Yep.
So that's the new Thermo Fuel.
First off, I love the packaging.
Yep.
The packaging is just so, it's eye-catching, which I love best about it.
Yeah.
And
looks good on the shelf.
yeah, it's going to hopefully bring in a whole bunch of new people to try Thermo Fuel and to see why it was such a good seller for over a decade.
This is a different formula
Yeah.
to that old Thermo Fuel, but it is really bought into the 2021 era of supplements and everything. So generally it's a, the stimulants in it are teacrine, synephrine, green tea and green coffee bean extract. Nick wanted a slower, longer lasting energy.
Yep.
So it doesn't, while it hits you fairly quickly, you feel good then for hours later as well. And that's the teacrine, which teacrine effectively doubles the effectiveness of caffeine.
Yeah.
And then containing your green tea and natural coffee bean extracts. The lipotropic amino acids are from carnitine, acetylcarnitine, choline, and inositol, which are pretty well your traditional lipotropic agents in any sort of fat burners. It also contains your nootropic, dopamine, thyroid support, L-tyrosine and taurine, B group, vitamins, magnesium, etc. Adrenal support from ashwagandha.
Yeah, so that's the biggest, probably the biggest thing I've noticed that's changing this is they do have the added benefit of the KSM-66 ashwagandha, because obviously the old one didn't have that because it wasn't a readily available ingredient. But so now it is, and I'm very keen to try this out, especially that it's flavored now, because in the last Thermo Fuel, there was never a, it's not bad. It's either you love it or you hate it. There was no middle ground, and if anyone used it, if you spilt it on anything, it's stained forever. This won't have that, and this actually comes in 4 different flavors now. Yeah,
so we got a berry blast, pink lemonade, sour gummy, and strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, well that one was just straight up strawberry. I think it was.
Which flavor you got there?
I have berry blast here. Yeah.
It's 40 serves for $79.95, so it's right up there in the good value of most of the, and that's a full 40 serves. So most of those sorts of products we're looking at 30 serves. So 40 serves
there you go.
for the same price. It's good value. How big is the serving size?
5.6 grams.
Yeah, so it's not a massive. So, and what is the caffeine actual level?
So caffeine here, we're going, if I can find it, it is green coffee bean, so 120 milligrams. There you go.
So it's not a massive stimulant effect, but it's what the difference is, and what Nick wanted was that he just wanted that long-lasting energy without being really over the top stimulated, which is what he does. That's available now. What is it, in 4 flavors? Check it out.
Beautiful.
Disorder has come out with a new flavor, and I've given up even guessing because last time I totally messed up how many flavors there is. So this is flavor number 73.
Cool. And in my eyes, the worst named flavor.
So an interesting flavor.
This is the Lemon Tang Golden Shower.
So it's a lemon flavor. Comes with a shaker, sometimes sweet, but mostly salty.
I'm not even going to say anything. It's like I don't have to. They've said it themselves.
So the introductory flavor, every time they come out with a new flavor, they come out with an appropriate shaker. So while stocks last, you get a free shaker with the Disorder. Now, I was talking about that with Ari actually this morning. How much Disorder we sell.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
It is crazy how much we sell. This would be without a doubt the best-selling pre-workout we've ever had. Now,
so that blows Total War out of the water. That blows old Jack 3D out of the water. Yeah.
It is such a consistent seller, but at $69.95 for 50 serves.
50 serves, yeah.
It's without a doubt the best value pre-workout on the market. It's funny, like I was in the shop the other day and some guy came in and he saw our massive wall of disorder and he goes, "Oh wow, is this new?"
Yep. Things have moved, so yeah.
And whereas disorder's been 2 years now.
2 years, yeah. 18 months.
Yeah, it'd have to be 2 years.
Yep.
Yep. That means if I think it's 2 years, it's most probably 3.
Yeah, probably.
That's right. But that is in stock along with most of the other flavours we have got in stock as well. Speaking of, you mentioned Total War.
Yep.
Total War is back in stock as well.
Fantastic.
So we've got that in a variety of different flavours, out for a little while, but we've got that back in stock. Demo Day by Accent Sledge is coming back in stock, hopefully next week.
Yep. You know I have to get one of them.
Yeah.
I love my Demo Day.
That's right. I've had a few people ask me about Turkesterone.
Turkesterone, yes.
Yeah. Now that seems to be the most talked about supplement at the moment. I think one thing that's making it really giving it a bit of hype is the name.
Yeah.
Because
well,
it's got that connotation with testosterone, turkesterone, you know, and I think straight away that sort of grabs everyone's attention.
Yep.
But effectively, it's an ecdysterone.
Ecdysterone.
Now I used to sell ecdysterones like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And back then it was the big hype thing.
Yeah.
But this is a different form of it.
Yeah. I think testosterone has been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
So it has, and it's only having a resurgence now because of obviously social media. And all that
ecdysterones have been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
This form has just recently been out just this year, you know. They reckon in one of the Olympics, the success of the Russian Olympic weightlifting team was ecdysterones.
Yeah. I don't believe that for a second. I'm sorry, I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, really?
Nah, not at all.
Oh,
I think it has erone, definitely. Or they spelled it wrong. But no, testosterone, obviously we both done a little bit of our own research on it. I did a lot of reading through PubMed and the JISN journal. And while I did find a lot of evidence backing up these claims, saying that it does increase muscular size and strength, it does increase hypertrophy, it does increase muscle protein synthesis, it does lower cortisol, like you said.
Yep.
I could never find a definitive study that shows the exact dosage is used.
No, and most of those studies have been on animals.
Yeah.
There's been very few on humans, actually. You know, there's a lot of debate about that dosage, how much to take. Most turkesterone products are 500 milligrams, and the general consensus is to take 1,000 milligrams over 2 500 milligram doses, so morning and night. I have also seen some people claim that anything under 8,000 milligrams is just a waste. So, look, this is still a really new supplement.
Yep.
And like ecdysterones was a very new supplement that came in with a massive amount of hype, it died also very quickly. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think the issue was with back then, it was being marketed as a actual hormonal type product, whereas research has now shown that ecdysterones do work, but they work on that cortisol lowering levels and protein synthesis.
Yep.
So it effectively, what it does is it's mimicking the effects of testosterone, but not raising testosterone.
Yeah, not to the extent that testosterone would.
No.
Let's put that out there first of all.
Yeah. So, look, it's very hyped up and everyone's selling it, and we are going to be selling it. We got some coming in stock. Hopefully today or tomorrow. It's a product that is hard to get at the moment because it's so hyped up. So every time manufacturers make it, it sells out, or importers bring it in, it sells out. I think it's something that we're going to have to just sort of basically
play it by ear.
Play it by ear, you know. There's just a couple of things I printed out here. So. Turkesterone is an ecdysteroid. Ecdysteroids are steroid hormones that are commonly found in arthropods and insects, like you make now, but may also be found in certain plant species. Now, turkesterone is primarily derived from the ajuga plant. but can also be extracted from various plant species commonly found in the African continent. So it is derived from plants. Now, the few studies that have been shown, like you mentioned on Turkesterone so far, have been encouraging. They indicate that it may promote lipid and carbohydrate metabolism, protein synthesis, increase protein synthesis, aid in muscle hypertrophy, which is muscle growth obviously, and increase strength. Now, well, that goes part and part. If you're going to have a bigger muscle, you're going to have a stronger muscle. However, like I said, these studies were done on animals only, not humans yet. And you said you couldn't find any?
I couldn't find anything to do with dosages.
Yeah.
Nothing. I found a whole bunch of evidence claiming what everything is saying, and it does work, like graphs and obviously like medial numbers, but no definitive dosages, which is the most annoying thing for me.
Now there is one link I did find on PubMed. And it showed that was the only study that had been done on humans, and he showed an initial study showed that athletes who consumed 800 milligrams per day for a total of 10 weeks reported an increase in muscle hypertrophy and strength, gaining an average of 3.2 kilos in 10 weeks. Now, if that's the case, that's massive.
That has to be on untrained individuals.
It would have to be on an untrained.
Like 3.2 kilograms of lean muscle. It does
say here, on athletes. Now, were they weight training athletes or non-weight training athletes? I mean, it's all these things can play a part. But if that's the case, that's a significant.
And if that is the case, I consider that being on the wider list very soon.
Well, that's right. Exactly right.
Get it while it's hot, guys.
Yeah. So most of the brands making dosages between 500 milligram capsules with a dosage of 1,000 milligrams a day. It's not cheap.
No, as a lot of active steroids are not cheap just because it's so hard to source.
Because these plants are generally plants that grow on certain areas of the world. And like you said, they're going to be hard to source.
I'd imagine being that guy from like a manufacturing plant that's their job. It's like, you got to go to Africa and find the Ajuga plant. It's like, cool, do that. And they come back with just a basket full of plants, and it's just all the wrong plants. Yeah.
Look, it's interesting concept. I mean, like I said, ecdysterones died as quickly as they came to the market, But I think back then, I think the dosages were most probably not correct. And it was marketed as a wrong thing on what it actually does. So interesting.
I'm curious to see if anyone is going to use it documenting what they're doing. Like, I would love to see starting and finishing using an entire 10-week protocol. And just see how it goes, because hey, I might do it. Who knows?
That's right. No, I think I'd be keen to try it. That's it for shop talk. Anything else? No questions?
Nah, nothing.
Nothing that's worth answering?
I did get asked by Anthony Parlia, thank you for asking. It goes, if you were not sponsored by a sub company or you have a type for money, what would be a go-to product that you would use, would be a staple? And essentially I just answered with, I don't consider any supplement a staple because they're a supplement. If your diet is obviously spot on, you don't need anything. But that being said, however, if you want to look at staples, I would say a multivitamin would be a staple if your diet wasn't 100%.
Look, I think it depends on what context you're doing it in. But if you're trying to build muscle, I think your staple should be a protein powder. As far as I'm concerned. Most people are going to struggle to get enough protein in during the day. And
it's super easy for me.
No, I know, but most people do. That's the biggest problem everyone has is, I just can't get enough protein. I haven't got time to eat. Well, then you need a protein powder. It's as simple as that. 2 to 3 shakes a day, and you're going to get yourself between 120 and 160 grams of protein a day.
Pretty easily.
Which is basically going to be half your protein intake. I've just got some pro news here. You may have seen that. Nathan De Asher won the Yamamoto Pro.
And he looked good. He actually looked really good.
He looked really, really good. It was interesting. Rolly Winkler came in second. And
big improvement.
Samson Duda
came
in third. Rolly just looks shit.
But good enough for second.
Well, good enough for second, which shows. I mean, look, he still had the size and everything, but he's just. The Rolly from 2019 has not reappeared since 2019.
No. And I want to know what he did differently back then.
Yeah, like what happened, because he won the People's Choice and he finished 4th in the Olympia.
Yep.
Since then, I know he's had a couple of leg injuries. His training's most probably been hampered. He had COVID.
Yeah.
So all these things, but his physique just has gone backwards by miles an hour. Another interesting thing I saw was that Sean Clarida is entered in an Open Pro Show this weekend.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
But he's too small.
Well, he's in a show where Sergio Oliva has entered, and a few other really big names. And this guy is like 4 foot something.
Yeah. I don't think 4 foot. I think it's like 5'2". Well, he's very short.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he looks like in this Open lineup.
Against the 5'5" Open people.
Yeah.
Because Opens aren't overly tall either. Like some are 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, but when you're 5'8", 5'9", and weighing 250 against someone who's 5'2", weighing what, 180?
180, yeah. It's going to be a big difference in size, and that's going to be interesting to see.
So it's going to be interesting. So actually looking forward to seeing that. The other thing I saw, which was really interesting, was Big Ramy put a video of him leaving for Egypt and arriving in Egypt.
Yeah.
And he literally got a king's welcome in Egypt.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't understand the context of it. Like, is he like royalty, or are they just like he's just very famous?
He, in Egypt and in the Middle East, these pro bodybuilders are treated like we would treat AFL athletes and America treats their VFL athletes and basketballers.
Wow.
They are they're on TV, they're on TV shows, they're being interviewed, they're being courted by royalty. There
you go, that's pretty cool.
It was interesting,
yeah wow.
So good on him, lives in the right country for that. Considering here, like, bodybuilders may go only the news for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym and Australian Muscle Online.
With free Australia-wide delivery.
Still doing our free Australia-wide delivery for all orders over $20.
There you go.
That's it. Thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.